I welcome you all to today's webinar on Automation Anywhere IQ Bots on behalf of Edureka. My name is Ankit Kumar. I have more than 10 years of industry experience. All right, so let's see what we have. So agenda, so introduction to Automation Anywhere and types of bot. So what are IQ bots, IQ bot process flow, hands on. So these are the agenda of today's session. Okay, so now introduction to Automation Anywhere. So Automation Anywhere is a tool. So you can see just that here. It's a RPA tool. Okay, this is the RPA tool. Okay, this is the RPA tool, which is a combination of robotic process automation, cognitive automation, and workforce analytics, guys. So this is the beauty of Automation Anywhere when compared to any other tools that you have in RPA. So most of the RPA tools confined to this RPA. That means they will give you the flexibility or the features to automate your boring and mundane process. That is rule-based and repetitive business process. If you have, you can automate that. So that is robotic process automation. We have learned it. But apart from this, your Automation Anywhere provides cognitive automation and workforce analytics. So combination of all these three is your Automation Anywhere. So what is cognitive automation? A cognitive automation is your IQ bot. Okay, cognitive automation is your IQ bot. Automation Anywhere is a first in the industry to provide this cognitive automation, guys. Automation Anywhere are the explorers. They are the innovators. Cognitive automation, again, I'm repeating this. Cognitive automation is, Automation Anywhere is the first in the industry to provide the cognitive automation. So what is cognitive automation and all? So we'll have that in the next slide. And what is this workforce analytics? Okay, I'm an employee of a company. How would my company know how many hours I have worked and how many days I have attended to office? Because we fill the timesheet, correct? We fill the timesheet every week or every bi-weekly. We'll fill the timesheet by which our billing will happen, which will know like, okay, this guy has worked these many days, so okay, pay him accordingly. But who are working here in RPA? Who are the workforce? Your bots are the workforce actually. Okay, bots are the one who does the work for you. So those are the workforce, and these bots are the softwares. So how many bots has been executed for how many times? Okay, how many times, how long, all those analytics will come up here. Workforce analytics. So your workforce is not the human, guys, the bots. Again, how many bots has been executed between this time to this time, how many hours they have executed, how many transactions they have executed, all those things will come up here. So combination of all these features you don't have in any other tool. So that is what the Automation Anywhere give you as a package. This cognitive automation now being introduced in different tools, like UiPath has introduced this cognitive automation in 2020, but Automation Anywhere has brought this feature into the industry in 2017. So that far they are. Okay, so this is your Automation Anywhere. Combination of all these three is your Automation Anywhere. And types of bots. So we discussed, like I told you, right, we have three types of bots: task bot, meta bot, and IQ bot. Okay, so the differences between these three bots are: task bots are the bots task bots are the bots that are used to automate your rule-based and repetitive process. Okay, step-by-step rule-based and repetitive process. If you have, you can use the task bot to automate that. Metabots are generally used when you want to create a kind of library, a reusable bot. If at all you want to create, you can use this metabot. As of now, just remember this as a reusable concept, because we have many more features of metabot, which is again by itself is a big topic. Okay, and IQ bot is the cognitive automation. So we have seen that in our previous slide, right? So cognitive automation. IQ bot is used to do some cognitive automation. So what is a cognitive automation? What is a cognitive automation and how IQ bot helps us to achieve? Okay. So what are IQ bots? See guys, remember just simple thing. IQ bots are built with the capabilities of machine learning and AI. So this IQ bot has the capability of some, extractions from that machine learning and artificial intelligence. It uses some of the features from machine learning and artificial intelligence. Okay, it uses those features. But what is the exact use of IQ bot? IQ bots are used to convert your unstructured or semi-structured data into structured data. Listen to the word unstructured or semi-structured data to the structured data. And most of the process that you have, around 80% of the process that you see on your daily basis will be unstructured, and extracting those data is difficult. So that is where your IQ bot comes into picture, which enables us to convert the unstructured data into the structured data. So that's what you have here. See, IQ bots use cognitive capabilities. So these cognitive capabilities are from machine learning and AI to extract information from semi and unstructured data. So if you have the data scattered, if you have a document, if you have a PDF document from where you have to extract the information, but no two documents are similar. So in one document, your data is placed somewhere, but in other document you have the same data, but it is placed somewhere in the third or fourth page, wherever. So because RPA is not an intelligent tool, right? Like our human. So if at all you want to search something, you will go through each and every page and search it. But these are the tools, software tools. So to achieve that intelligence, to search whatever the information that is required, even if you have unstructured forms of data, your IQ bots are used. Okay. So when you are associated, right? When you are associated with us, so we'll explain more about what is the unstructured and structured, because that itself takes an hour or so to understand what is unstructured data and how it looks like. Okay, so the IQ bot also learn to detect the patterns. Okay, what is this pattern all about? If your IQ bot commits some mistakes in extraction of data, that is, you ask your IQ bot. So suppose if you have, let me just show you one thing. Let me go here. Learnings, not this one. Trainings, Edureka, PDF files, IQ bot samples, bank statement, purchase order. Okay, let me open this one of the data. Okay, so this is what you have the data. So what you have here, this is the purchase order. This is the document, right? So this is the purchase order document where you have a purchase order number, purchase order date. You have to extract the data from this particular file. Okay, I can simply extract the data. But what if you have another file where you have to extract the same information, that is purchase order number and date. But you see here, these two documents are not same format. So this is different. So you have the PO number and date somewhere here on the right top. But when you go here, the PO number is somewhere here. And where is the PO date? PO date is somewhere here, right? So these two are the different formats of the input data your RPA might receive. And if you are a company, you might be doing business with many companies, right? Different customers you might have, and customers will send data like this. So if you have this kind of data, which is not same across all the documents, how to extract it? So that is where your IQ bot comes into picture. And if suppose you are asking IQ bot to extract the PO number and PO date from the different formats of data you are getting, just extract me the PO number and PO date. So this is, I have it here like this, and here I have somewhere here and here. If your IQ bot commits mistake, instead of extracting PO number, okay, if it has extracted something this number, mistakes can happen, right? If your IQ bot extracted the wrong data, you have a capability or you have an option as a human to correct that. You have an option to correct that. Okay, you have corrected. What IQBot will do? When you correct the data, that is extracted by IQBot, which is incorrect, and when you correct it, it will create some patterns. Machine learning, okay, it will create some patterns. Oh, I have extracted this data, but after extraction, human is doing some correction. So that means I'm wrong. So let's see what human is correcting. Oh, okay, he has corrected this. Okay, I extracted this particular data as a PO number, but it is not. So he's pointing somewhere here. Oh, okay. So when I get this kind of document in the future, so PO number is not this, which I thought, but it is this. Okay, let me save this pattern. Let me create an algorithm and keep it with me. So whenever I get this format of PDF, I have to concentrate on this data and not this data. So that's how it will learn by itself, and that is what is mentioned here. So IQBot also learn to detect pattern, so that the next time the pattern is encountered, the bot knows exactly what to do. Okay, so it learns by itself. So that's the IQBot. It converts your unstructured data to structure, and also if some mistakes happen, and if human is correcting that mistakes, it creates the pattern using machine learning, and it corrects by itself when you encounter the same thing in the future. Okay, next. Okay, see, that's what it says here. IQBot learns and grows smarter with every human validation. So whenever the human corrects it, so it will grow smarter, so it will learn by human corrections. Okay, where it learns, where we do corrections, all those things, again, it's a big concept, but I'll show you. Okay, I'll just show you where and what are the steps that are involved. Okay, right. So this is how your IQBot works. Okay, so what it does, it actually distinguishes the category of data types. What are the different types of data you have as an input. Okay, it recognizes the pattern using machine learning techniques. Okay, it stores human experts using semantic model. That means if any corrections happens, it uses some semantic models to store the human corrections. Okay, and after extracting the data, okay, it will provide all the data to the task bot. So finally you see here, it provides the feed to the task bot, because task bot are the master of bots. So you have three bots, right? Task bot, meta bot, and IQ bot. Task bot is master of all the bots. Without task bot, you don't have your meta bot and IQ bot. Okay, why and all you will learn when we associate with each other. Again, it's a concept. Okay, so how you can learn? How you can learn the entire automation anywhere at Edureka? So how the structure of your automation anywhere course content is? It's like this. First, we'll give overview of robotic process automation. Again, guys, so when you are associated with us, so this is how we'll make you an expert in robotic process automation. First, we'll give you the entire overview of robotic process automation. When you associate with us, the first overview of robotic process automation, I'll give you for 3 hours. So 3 hours of full understanding about robotic process automation. Then we'll have some hands-on. The next topic will be automation anywhere. So today also I've given introduction to automation anywhere, right? But again, it was around 5 to 10 minutes. There you will have for 3 hours in-depth understanding about automation anywhere. Then you'll have an hands-on. Then getting into technical things, different topics, that is introduction to web control room, right? So then hands-on. Then these are the most technical things. See, again, technical don't go with programming things. Technical in the sense the way we build the automation and whatever are needed to build your automation are this automation anywhere, client variables and commands. So we'll learn in the 4th module and we'll have a hands-on. Then at the 5th module, we'll learn more about automation anywhere commands that are used to automate your different applications. And at the 6th, see here in the 6th module, you have metabots and their usages. I told you, right? A metabot by itself is a big concept. So we'll have a dedicated 3 hours of time to learn what is a metabot. Then again, a hands-on of metabot. Then advanced features in automation anywhere. What are the advanced applications you can automate using automation anywhere? You will have it in the 7th module. 8th module, again about the control room. And finally, 9th module is the place where you learn about IQ bots. Here, the 9th module is the place where you will learn the IQ bot. Again, you will have a dedicated 3 hours of time to learn the IQ bots. And finally, by the end of it, you will have the in-class project. At the 10th module, you will have an in-class project where we'll show you like how we design a project in the real time. If you are given with a business process, how you can build an entire automation. So that's how our structured learning at Edureka with Automation Anywhere goes on, right? So IQ bot, I have seen like one of the question where the humans will correct it. Okay, so this is how IQ bot process workflow. You might have got some idea. So when you get an unstructured data as an input, so you have complete automation IQ bot, okay, as a cognitive solution console. Okay, so this is the IQ bot which converts the data into CSV as a structured data. So you will get an input as unstructured data. So you'll have IQ bot in between, which converts your unstructured data to the structured data. So this is the actual workflow of IQ bots. You have 4 different steps in the IQ bot, that is create, classify, train, and production. And the train you are seeing here, the train is the place where human will correct if IQ bot has committed some mistake. Okay, so this is the place where IQ bot, if IQ bot commits some mistake, human will correct those mistakes in the train part. Okay, so what is this trained part and also we are not understanding it. So can you just show us? Okay, so let me just go here and show you the IQ bot. Okay, so this is okay, cognitive. You see here, welcome to the IQ bot. So we have create, classify, train, and production. So these are the 4 different steps you have in the IQ bot. What do you do in the create? In the create, we will upload the input files. That is, input to the IQ bot is your unstructured data, right? So in the create step, we'll give the input to the IQ bot. We'll give the input to the IQ bot. So then IQ bot will classify those input data into different groups. Suppose you are uploading 10 documents. For an example, you are uploading 10 documents. Out of those 10 documents, you have three documents are of same pattern and same category, same structure. 3, 3, 3, and 1 document is different from all of those. So that means we have 4 different types of input data, right? So in this classify, it will create 4 different groups, and it places those documents which are having the same structure into that group. So internally it will happen, and it will extract the data from those groups. Whatever the data you have for each and every file, it extracts the data. It will extract the field data. It will do field mapping. Okay, so it's again a big concept. Okay, so it will do the field mapping and it will extract the data. So once the extraction is completed, it will show you the data, that is humans, it will show you the data to review. It will show you the data, hey, I have extracted this data, just check if the data is correct or not. So that is where you have the train. And this is also called as, you see here, the same thing, but the names are different. You see here the review. Okay, the review. So you will review here and do the corrections. So once you do the corrections, it will save those patterns using semantic algorithms. And finally, when your IQ bot is ready, you will set it as ready for production. That means you can use this in the production environment. So these are the 4 different steps you have in the IQ bot. One is create. In the create phase, you will give the input to the IQBot, and by itself it will classify and extract the data using machine learning and AI technology. And in the third step, it will give you the option to review the extracted data. And when you correct that extracted data, it will store the corrections. And finally, when you feel your IQBot is extracting the right data, you can move that to production. So these are the 4 different steps you have in the IQBot. Okay, so when we associate together, we'll show you full-fledged hands-on on IQBot, how the IQBot, how each and every step works. We'll do a full hands-on. All right, have a great time ahead. Thank you so much.